And finally, on the salt deal. Yesterday, Donald Trump came to the Capitol to deliver a message to New York House Republicans. Back down on salt or else. That is what he reportedly said, his words. Less than 24 hours later, we're learning that New York Republicans have all bowed to the king and caved in obeisance to Trump. New York Republicans are showing once again that their loyalty does not lie with the volunteer firefighter in Bayshore, or with the teacher in Riverhead, or even with the small business owner in Suffern. Nope, their blind loyalty lies with Donald Trump. The so-called salt deal is a humiliating failure for New York Republicans. New York Republicans settled for barely half of what they wanted on salt, and barely a fraction of what Trump ripped away from them in the first term. And they're doing it because they're scared of the president. And no relief for the marriage penalty. So if there's a firefighter and a teacher married to one another, nope, being married hurts them in the salt deal the Republicans made. New York Republicans settled for salt caps forever and a double tax on middle-class New Yorkers, our cops and firefighters, our teachers, our small businesses, our construction workers in the Hudson Valley, on Long Island, and across the state. I mean, even if New York Republicans did nothing, New York would be better off at the end of this year when the salt cap would have expired. This salt deal leaves in place a penalty for married couples. A couple who are paying both taxes face the same limit as a single individual, even if they're paying double the taxes. This is one of the biggest issues facing middle-class families, and New York Republicans are leaving it in place. It's barely 20% of the New York Republicans' own salt bill that they wrote. One Republican congressman, Mike Lawler, said last year, quote, "Eliminating the marriage penalty within salt isn't just important, it's absolutely essential," unquote. Well, clearly, it must not have been that essential. New York Republicans have said for months that they had one job they were sent to Washington for, to get rid of the salt cap. With this salt deal, so-called salt deal, they have failed everyone back home. New York Republicans' capitulation to Trump on salt is a slap in the face to Long Island, the Hudson Valley, New York City, and the hardworking middle-class families across New York and across the United States. I yield the floor.